So trying to round up a study on Proverbs chapter 10, verse 1, and we talked about the fact that there are possibilities in our children's future, and it's our job. Parenting is about directing them towards those possibilities, right? You know, it's cultivating and shaping potentials in our children. We see potentials in their life. Our job is to cultivate it and and shape it, by taking allowing them to go through coaching sessions. We did a study on the tiger mother, looking into the book, High Performance, The Secret of High Performance. And parenting is all about, exposing them to things, that potentials in their life, developing it by bringing them to coaches, and exposing them to other people that are performing in that area, just making their potentials become actuals over time. You know, um, it is caring, it is ensuring that they are consistent with whatever it is that they're developing in their lives, right? It's not about intensity, we say all the time, it's the consistency, right? They can have any potential in their life, they don't practice it on a consistent level, it will not actualize. So children cannot make that decision at an early age. You just want what feels easy and that reigns. Sometimes what is going to reign takes a lot of secret working on what is right for them, and then that's gonna be the easy one. It's a job of parenting to help them through those times of life. Is to help them understand the importance of choices and the consequence, of choices, or that come along with that. So I'm just looking at, so it's nurturing them through life, helping them to affirming things in them, making them emotionally healthy children, right? Without emotional intelligence or emotional maturity, you can't succeed in life, you can't excel in life. Those that make it in the marketplace are those that are able to regulate and use their emotion, not their emotion using them. So parenting is helping our children, understand that emotions are simply signals, they are not commands. The way I feel, it's energy, but it has no direction. It's my job to direct it. Because I feel like something doesn't mean I have to do it, right? Doesn't mean necessarily make the feeling wrong, but the feeling does not have direction. Our job as parenting is to help them as they grow to understand this. Not that because I feel this, I must do this, right? So that's part of parenting, helping them, to develop their intellectual part of their soul, so that that part can reign over their willpower and their emotions. That's important, you know. Uh, so, as parents, our ultimate goal is to raise up happy, well-adjusted children who are prepared for life's challenges. And to achieve this is essential for us to build a strong foundation based on four pillars, of parenting. We need to make our kids feel safe. We need to make them seen, suited and supported and challenged, right? We need to make them, it's our job. Gone are those stupid old days of children are to be seen, not heard. That's why we're less, in this part of the world. In other world, we see people of the same age and one is more mature than us. Is because we've not allowed our children to develop and express themselves, in a regulated way. You know, so a wise son, through his good decisions and actions, brings happiness and a good reputation to the parent. A foolish son, through his poor choices, cause deep distress, shame, and sorrow, to the parents. So the core message in all of this is that wisdom leads to blessing, while foolishness leads to pain, affecting the entire family unit. And it's all in their hands. It's our job, to parent our children. There's no excuse around that. It's our job, you know. It's our job. We don't learn from experience. We learn by reflecting on experience. right? We don't learn from experience, we learn by reflecting on experience, meaning that the best experience, even the one that's not our own. But even when we have experience, we must reflect on it, right? Because sometimes our own experience, we might not survive out of it, we might be injured. So the best experience is the one that we can reflect on and do better, in the everyday details of our own life, and our job then is to do that for our children, based on our own experience, our reflection. We can live our life back, but they can live their own life. We can give them the benefit of our own passing through. That is the essence of parenting. God bless you. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for staying with me through the study. God bless.